Hey guys, Abel here. Another beautiful day in Austin. This video is going to be a little bit different. This is going to be more off the cuff, more of an update on things on my end, business-wise, and then also curious about what you guys have been working on and what you guys have been doing for your own business. So on my end, as you know, I'm a drone operator, a drone pilot, so my full-time thing is content. And whenever you have a creative business like this, the most difficult thing is really awareness, right? So if people don't know you exist, and this is any business, if people don't know you exist or your service exists, then you're not going to get business. And other types of services, there are marketplaces or there are places where maybe clients can discover them a little more readily. And I think for creative services, there are platforms that exist, but I think they tend to devalue what you offer, and they almost pit service providers against each other. So it's kind of like a race to the bottom. And so what you've seen are places like Thumbtack, all those types of sites like that where people just try to outcompete each other on price, right? And they'll say, oh, I'll do that for $200, right? Which is not necessarily, what your client wants. And so then it becomes, okay, how do you differentiate yourself and how do you ensure that you're getting paid what your service warrants, and then what will make sense for you long-term to operate a sustainable business. So those are kind of like all the things, top of mind things, running a creative business like my drone photography and content creation service. So I've been having a lot of kind of fun experimenting with these new AI tools to bring awareness to your own site and live off of those platforms, so you can control the communication that you're having with people who want your service, and not being on a platform where it's just like, hey, I'll do this for $200. And so I've been playing around with a new tool for AI SEO and AI AdWords campaigns. I think it's called Search Atlas, and I'd been paying a service provider to do this for me, but I kind of got to the sense that it was just rinse and repeat. There wasn't really a stretch towards like new strategies. So I used this AI tool to essentially optimize my website and my AdWords campaigns to explore those ideas that I had already had about keywords that I wanted to go after, and do it in a way that just could be a prompt, right? So I'm literally just typing like, hey, I want to target these people in commercial real estate, or I want to expand and now target words around my drone training course. And you can literally just type those things, and then you'll get options that come up in a way that normally, you'd have to have a conversation with someone about it and explain all the keywords and just do so much of that busy work, which now you don't have to do anymore. And these new tools really become a thought partner for you, which is awesome. And I was thinking about like, okay, well, did this just displace a vendor who was doing this for me, and the money that I was paying them now goes towards this AI platform? And I was thinking about it. I was like, well, yes, but if that vendor had approached their service towards me and expanded kind of their strategy with me and said like, well, where do you want to go? This isn't performing the way that we thought it would. Let's go this way. I guess it just comes down to the quality of the service. And if you can think it now in your head, you can do it with these AI tools, which is awesome. And so I think that's the difference here, where you really have to step up your game if you're providing a service where these AI tools are now competing. Because if you have someone who is capable and understands what the goal is to accomplish, they can just use these self-service tools to get it done themselves. And I think it's going to get to a place where if I'm not running it, then maybe I can hire a service where they're running these AI tools. And I think that's kind of the future, because I don't care how the work gets done and the results are made. I just want the results made, and in a way where they kind of take the best practices that are out there and then what's in your head and get it all done. So that's been super interesting to drive tangible results and traffic to my webpage. On the webpage side of things, I've been playing a lot with Lovable, and this tool is awesome. It's the same thing. It's like, if you can think of a website or an app now, you can literally build it now. And for less than the price of like a Shopify template, you can build a fully functional high-end website that normally you'd have to pay thousands of dollars for someone to hand code. And the time savings is huge. Like, I did this over the course of the weekend from New Year's to this past week. And in literally 3 or 4 days, I had a brand new website with a whole drone training course and my core service of my drone services and creative production services as well. And that was all for less than $400. When the Shopify template I was looking at to buy would have been $400. And now I could just think it, type it, and it's done. So it's just so incredible where we're at now, where the cost to produce high quality websites, apps, presentations, and then now these awareness engagement services, right, for AdWords and SEO, they're all out there now. And if you can think it, you can get it done. So I've been having a lot of kind of fun playing with those things and seeing the results of those improvements, which are all things I wanted to work on, and now they can just be done so quickly. You can literally sit down for an hour and knock something off of your checklist for what you want to do with your business, and I think that's so critical. So that's kind of what I've been doing on the business side of things. I launched the Drone Training Academy, which I've been sharing that with people who have expressed interest in one-on-one drone coaching, whether it's for their own drone photography, drone videography, or on the drone business side of things. So I've been sharing that out with folks as well. And it's been cool to like finally see that come out, because again, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, I want to get that done. And then with these new tools, you can easily get it done in just a weekend, which is great to see. Aside from that, I've been hearing on the drone news side of things that the FCC updated their covered list so that if drones were on the DoD EOS Blue platform, like I think the Parrots and the Arrow environment, kind of all the existing DoD drones, then those are still good to go. And so I've been digging into more drone companies, seeing who's out there, who's having success. It does seem that most drone companies do kind of circle around, of course, utilities, infrastructure, construction, but definitely maintenance, right? So you have that recurring revenue, larger businesses that can pay higher fees, and it could be predictable income. So that's a no-brainer why that makes sense. As far as, is that interesting? I don't know. I'm sure it's interesting, like in a technical standpoint, to figuring out those systems, especially when you get beyond the visual line of sight sort of things and you're learning those more advanced systems. But I think the creative in me always wants to kind of bring out the beauty of a site, and that's why I got into this in the first place. So it's been interesting to learn more about the vast types of drone businesses out there, which kind of leads me to the next point here, which is like, I'm super curious what you guys are working on. And I'm curious what types of businesses you run, If you are a drone pilot, are you doing this professionally? Are you doing this as a hobby? Kind of what got you interested in this whole kind of DJI drone band space in the first place? And then, are you working on your own business, and what sorts of struggles, challenges, or kind of accomplishments have you observed? So, I kind of started this video with noting the challenge that for creative services, awareness is one of the #1 challenges in standing out amongst the competition. And a winning point, and I guess a new solution has been using these AI tools like Search Atlas and Lovable. So those have been really interesting and helpful. So curious what challenges you guys frequently run into, and then anything that's been working for you guys. So please drop in the comments what you're working on. Feel free to drop a link. Like, don't be afraid to self-promote. This is a community, and I think it's going to be cool to see what you guys are working on. And it'd be awesome to have some phone calls with you guys and hear what you're working on, and just have a candid conversation like this. And I think that would be really cool to build out this community. All right, guys, I think that's it for today. It's beautiful out. This is the Oracle campus right here in Austin. So Oracle used to have their headquarters right here. This is beautiful storefront property, or riverfront property. And I think they just moved it over to Nashville. But yeah, it's an awesome building. I'll leave it there, guys. You can catch me over at Drones Over Texas if you need drone production work, or if you're looking to check out my drone academy. It's over at Drones Over Texas. It'll be linked below. Till then, y'all take care. Catch you later. Bye.